So Oluwaseun Ajede is an IT business analyst at Severfield PLC, the UK's largest structural steel contractor. With a background in agriculture and poultry farming, his transition into tech could be considered a highly unusual yet enlightened one. From his days running Mainspring and co-founding Food Markets, an online food store, aiming to improve Nigeria's quality of life by lowering the cost of food items, Oluwaseun came to quickly understand that the agricultural industry is about to be disrupted and will transform into a high-tech industry. Now combining his business acumen, his tech knowledge, and agricultural training, he aims to take his career to the top across diverse industries. Outside of work, Oluwaseun enjoys cycling, eating, and playing video games. So join me to welcome Mr. Oluwaseun Ajede.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate this opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. We're happy to have you here. Thanks for honoring us.
I just want to do I want to joke around a bit. When I saw improve Nigerians' quality of life, it reminded me of something the British people always say, everything improves quality of life. And so that's the joke that came to my head. I just had to share it because it's a UK joke.
Okay.
Welcome. So let me get right into what we're going to be doing. So first of all, we'd like to hear your story. From my findings, I discovered that you tried to transition from product management, but finally ended up as a business analyst. Can you share how that journey was like for you and what exactly you influenced that decision to leave product management and analysis?
Okay, thank you. It's quite a very interesting journey because I think I met Taiwo on Twitter. So, and that was when I was trying to navigate my ways around breaking into product management, because I felt I've been previous knowledge around startup, so I felt it was going to be easy to land a product management role. So I got in touch with Taiwan on Twitter. Then we started a conversation. I think we were also at the point of building a product then. And the purpose of building the product back then was to, gain out of work experience. So then after that, then I stumbled upon, then I started a boot camp on product management. So after the boot camp for about, I think I took this session for about 2 to 3 months, if I could remember. So, and it actually cost me a fortune, I think about £3,000. So only for me to complete the boot camp, then started throwing applications, started doing interviews, only for me to find out product management was a very, high demanding and a very difficult tech role to land. So which was why I had to sit again, then reanalyze my skill set, reanalyze my previous experience to match any other tech role, which is why I had to pivot into IT business analyst. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I remember you mentioned that while you were in product management, you found out that it was difficult to land a job. So are you saying that it's easier to land a job for a business analyst than a product manager?
No, not really. To me, I think it might not be difficult to other people. So for me, like I said earlier, I had the basic knowledge of starting a startup. So I thought that would be sufficient enough for me to land a product management role. So, but when I started, looking out for job opportunities, then I got to realize the demand, the responsibilities for a product manager is quite high. Product manager, you are the driver. You determine if a product will be successful or not, and all pressures are on you. So I felt I couldn't just bear that just as someone trying to find his feet into within his tech environment. So to me, I think the responsibilities, quite high. So and no company was actually willing to test you like. So to me, I felt it was quite a difficult one to break into. So then I had to like sit back, then reanalyze my skill set. So I found my skill set around stakeholder management, then processing improvement, which happened. And they are the core responsibilities and the core skill set required in working as a IT business analyst, which was why I had to pivot, then leave. I mean, leave product management for a while just to like find my feet. So that was how that was how I went about it. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard that you mentioned how you add some skills that you thought were going to be valuable for product management, for you finally ended up as business analyst. So
Yeah.
were there skills that you add that you used for product management that actually related to business analysis?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, because being the product manager, all the backlog refinement, the backlog what's it called again? The entire sprint idea, the entire product roadmap, they were quite helpful, right? But then I think product management happens just to be on a more high level. Being a business analyst to me is, to me, I find it so simple. What do I do as a business analyst? Like my duty is to like engage with stakeholders. Take up requirements, then just link up A to B, then arrive at C. Say for instance, I need to get to Lagos from London. So how to get to Lagos, I don't need to know. The product manager the product manager drives the mission and vision. But myself as a business analyst, I don't need to like drive any vision and mission. Mine is just to like get insight from the product manager or the product owner. Okay, what are we going to do? What projects are we going to be doing? What are we going to be doing for the next 6 or to 5 months? So that's just my duty as a business analyst. Then I will take all requirements, find all it requires to arrive at the point. So how it's been done, that's not my duty. So that's just it for me. So because I just find that the responsibilities of a product manager is, the responsibility is high. So if the product success, there's success or within the product, you take the glory. And if there is failure, then you are out. So that's just it for me.
Okay, so I would like to ask for people who are actually who are in your shoe. I remember you, of course. I'm still going to make reference to the fact that you left a tech career to another tech career. So for people who actually are in that same space, who probably are also in business analysts and they want to go into cybersecurity or whatever, what skills can you say, or what skills now, either soft skills and all that would be necessary that they would need, or let me even say this: what lessons do you learn that you would like to share so that other people can learn from that?
So first and foremost, I believe being able to quickly spot opportunities is very important. Then also stakeholder management, which is also key. Then also you don't really have to be technical to work in tech. Like for me, I don't code, but I have always learned how to like interact with developers, interact with project managers, and that's the whole essence of whole essence of stakeholder management, being able to manage developers, being able to understand how a developer would want you to communicate, Also, being able to understand how probably a designer would want you to communicate. Also, being able to identify how a project manager would want you to communicate, as well as being able to understand how to engage senior stakeholders, and also being able to to be able to engage external stakeholders, because there are times where you will need to work, I mean, beyond your micro team. Micro team, I mean, beyond your very little IT team, maybe beyond your Scrum team. So just have to wear a couple of many, I mean, a art of, what's the English, yeah, just have to be a man of many arts, like being able to, but yeah, that's just it.
All right. So now, let's hear how you finally went into business analysis. What's a day like for you as a business analyst? What do you
Oh,
do
a
there?
day, okay. So a day, to start a day, we always start our day with our daily stand up, where we get to talk around just about a 15-minute meeting. So where we get to discuss what we did the day before, what we are planning to do today, then tell the team if there are any blockers within development. Then if I mean then we all go on our project. Then yeah, we take up requirements. Investigate, and we make use of the 5 whys to investigate. Then the root cause analysis to identify, to dig into the root of matters. I mean, root of issues. Then yeah, that's just what we do. I mean, what I do as a business analyst, my daily involvement is just to gather requirements, document requirement, then communicate requirement, as well as validate requirement, then make sure everybody's aligned. Nobody's moving out of the scope of the set project. So that's what a day to day. Then writing of acceptance criteria, writing of user stories, yeah, as well. So that's just it. But I'm not, you don't really have to be technical. No, 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 you don't really have to.
Spending a fortune to transition to business analysis. Would you
Pardon?
say that? I said aside spending like a fortune. I remember you mentioned that you spent a lot of money to transition to business analysis, or let me just say
The
BA.
product.
Product to yes. That
Yeah.
was your journey was it easy for you? Was it very easy for you to transition to that space, or you had some challenges on the way? Even after you had the skills you said you already had.
No, it wasn't easy transitioning actually, because at the initial stage I was open to transition into product management, right?
Yes.
But in the journey, I found out transitioning into product management was quite challenging, highly competitive, and I felt the responsibilities are quite high, because I remember I was into looking for the product management opportunity. I think I spent about 3 months. Sending out applications and attending interviews. I could remember. So it was during that process I got to really realize that, oh, I think nobody's willing to test run, or yeah, or put a product manager on trial. So then I realized that, to be employed, to break into product management, I think you must have had successful products in past times, which I didn't really. You must have had successful products in past time. I remember this very interview. So I was just talking about food market and some other very small startups, which I also co-founded. I mean, with some of my friends. So the guy was just like, okay, so what's happened to the product? Then I think there were just further probes, like, okay, what happened to the product? Is the product still live? How successful was the product? Then how agile were you guys? I was just like, just give me a job. You don't get it. I was just like, just give me a job. I don't need all this. So like, but then like I think it's also part of the process. So when I realized that I couldn't actually get to point out to a successful product, so to me I was just like, "Oh, I think there is no need, like I shouldn't stress further landing a product management role, because it was actually quite understandable to me too. Like, okay, yeah, I need to hire a product manager, and I also need to like hire successful ones. So, hey guy, okay, yeah, I would like to hire you, but just tell me what successful products you have out there, which I couldn't point out to any. So like, I mean, that was why I had to like sit back again, reanalyze my skill set, then also ensure that my skill set matches any tech role, which is where I got to find, I mean, go to pivot into ITBA. And ITBA, like you don't, like I said earlier, there is nothing technical. Like the product owner would draw the roadmap. The product owner has all the projects to be done. You don't need to like get any idea, like get a product idea to like to bring to the team or to the stakeholders. Yours is to like make sure that everybody aligns together. Then you take every requirement necessary to like drive the vision and mission. So you are not really the sole driver as a business analyst. Say for instance, I need to get to Lagos from Nottingham. Yeah. So now there are several ways to like to get that done. I might decide to like travel from Manchester to Lagos. I might also decide to like travel from London to Lagos. But the point is to get to Lagos. So like it might take, okay, yeah, as a business analyst, I might need to like analyze which way is quicker. If I go to Lagos from London, how many hours will I get to spend? If I decide to travel from Manchester, how many hours will that take me? So then you try to like find a break even point where that would be of benefit to the business. So by doing so, you've been able to like save the business save the business, maybe. Yeah. So that's just this. Another example also, like say for instance during lockdown, businesses were not able to like attend to customers physically because nobody was going out. So as a business analyst, your role is to like find ways to help the business to remain profitable, even while people are not able to like walk around. So what would you do as a business analyst? Your duty, your role there would be to like set up workshop with the business owner. Okay, business. Okay, we understand there is lockdown. Okay, which is why there is low sales. Yes, you need to identify that. Then you also suggest ways to like help the business to be better. So, and that's the purpose of process analysis. So you get to understand the current situation. So understanding current situation would enable you to be able to identify lapses, opportunities within the current situation, which you will be able to like prefer a valuable solution to the business. Say for instance, a canteen, a food vendor during pre-COVID, people were walking in to the store, to the shop to buy food. But during COVID, people are not able to like walk in to buy food. So you as a business analyst would suggest solutions to help the business. Say for instance, by setting up making the business presence online, by enabling customers to be able to make orders. So those are the ways to like help businesses to improve. Then taking payment online instead of having to walk into the shop, making use of the physical card. So that is what being a business analyst. That is what it takes to be a business analyst.
Okay. So I heard you say that at some point you had to reassess, you have to tell yourself the truth and to reassess your skills. So I would
Yeah.
like to ask, for someone who's trying to transform to business analysis today, what are, okay, let me say this first. What were the courses that you took, or the certification that you have in business analysis that you like to, for someone going to go into that space, what would you advise them to take? Can you share some of the resources that you used with us?
Okay, number one, like YouTube is YouTube would actually be the, I mean, YouTube is actually the best go to place, But then to me, like I will not, I mean, advise anyone to like to go for training or to pay for boot camps like I did, because at the end of the boot camp you'll be left alone. Like it will be you'll be left alone with your fate. Then much of, I mean, the rest of the hard work is, I mean, the rest of the work will be done by you. So number one, like to me, I think um to be aware, I mean, ability to quickly analyze process is very important. Say for instance, for instance, I you have a, let me just find an example. Say for instance, your school, for instance, like in my school in Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta, like hiring books is being done manual. I mean, hiring books is being done manual. So as a business analyst, like, okay, say for instance, someone approaches you to like, the dollar, I mean, students are not returning books on time. How can we get to make our students return books on time? So now you as a business analyst, okay, you need to like understand. Once you're able to like understand what the current situation is, okay, why are students unable to like return books on time? So those are the questions. I mean, those are the questions to ask. Okay, students are not returning books because they are borrowing physical books. So if the books were ebooks, so the system, I mean, system could automatically retrieve, I mean, such a book after the higher date. So once you are able to like analyze process, that is key. That is key to be, I mean, that is very key to be a business analyst. Once you're able to analyze process, then number one, then for me, you are good to go. Then stakeholder management, which is very important. You know, you are not technical, yeah. You don't have to be technical, but you need to understand how to communicate with people that are technical. Say, for instance, there are ways to communicate with developers. I mean, there are times to use in communicating with them. Also, there are times to, I mean, to also communicate with our designers. And also, there are also times to like communicate with external stakeholders. I mean, stakeholders that are not, that are not within your team. So then, yeah, stakeholder management is very important. Then being able to like spot opportunities, like I said earlier, very key. Then you may, being technical is, to me, is nice to have, not a priority, not a must to have.
Okay, so yeah, you shared an example of someone who, like your school now, where it's possible that if they have a book club or something, and then some are not returning their books. So, and you mentioned the solution to be that if it were e-books, they would have retrieved those books. So now that reminded me of how everyone is, not everyone actually, but today that everyone is saying was AI is taking jobs, AI will take jobs by the next decade. Every job is at a risk. So I would like to ask that. Um,
Exactly.
is AI going to take job of business analysis in the next few
No,
years?
but then AI will not get to interact with people. That's just it. AI will not get to interact with people. Like AI, to me, how will AI get to make use of five whys? How will AI get to the root cause of any issue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not saying, I mean, that might not be possible, but to me, like AI cannot still take take away total need for people.
Yeah.
So if we have that in mind, then there will always be somewhere for people to function.
Okay. Okay. So now I would like to ask that for some, like, I think I said it before, but I'm not sure I heard your response. For someone who's trying to find their footing in tech today, what
Yeah.
advice do you have for them? Like going over what you faced yourself and the things that you if you had known, then you have done better. But you like to share with people
Okay.
that are just coming into that space today.
Okay. First and foremost, picking up the desire, which is very important. Yeah. Then also, I think the hard work, plays a lot. Has a lot to, yeah, plays a lot. Then you must, so for me, mine was more of self study.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was more of self study because I bought loads of books. I think Tai is also aware. I bought a lot of books, and then yeah, I studied a lot. Then it wasn't also easy to land the job, right? It wasn't easy. Even BA business, the business BA role is not so easy, because I could remember I was sending up about 40 applications per day.
Wow.
Yeah. 40 applications daily. And I think I took the decision to pivot into business analyst. I think September 20, yes, September. Then I got my first job December.
Wow.
So I was rolling out about 30 to 40 applications daily. And I was doing interview like every day till I was able to land one. So the journey is actually not easy. Like, it's actually beyond just 1 hour storytelling. It's actually beyond that. But the hard work would definitely, the effort put into this would actually pay off eventually. That I can guarantee. Yeah. And also, we need to also understand the fact that the competition is very high. The competition is very high. Nobody wants to hire, someone, if you are not convinced enough that, oh, this person is bringing, much value to the team or to the business, to the entire business. So that is also very important. And that is then we just have to be, can I say, smart as well, because be a so far you are not a developer. To me, anybody can take up any tech role. All we need is, I think, common sense and being able to analyze issues.
So you're saying, sorry, so you're saying tech is for everyone. That everyone can be in tech.
Anyone can be in tech. So I used to have someone close to me, who happens to be a researcher, right? Right. She used to be. Yeah, she was a researcher within the charity sector. Then just I could remember just one day we were just discussing around tech. I say, see, the whole tech is just noise. Even as a researcher, you can land a tech role. She said she didn't believe at first. Then we started the journey, and I think we started the journey around February this year. And by April, she got she got 2 job offers as a senior UX researcher.
Wow.
2 offers about about 60 grand per annum.
Wow.
This is someone who has never worked with developers, someone who has never communicated with developers or designers. So anybody, to me, anybody can work. So far, you are not a developer. Anybody can fit in. To me, anybody can fit in. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to ask about. Okay, I think you already mentioned the fact that you got a job after some, like when you started business analysis, that you got a job very like easily. So I want to say this now. You mentioned that you were sending almost like averagely 30 applications per day. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are applying for interviews. So I would like to ask, from your wealth of experience, from someone who No, because I'm thinking that if you are sending 40 applications per day, you probably be getting like 10 interviews per month
Then,
or
yeah,
something.
exactly. Even more than 10 interviews, yeah.
So can you share some of like the things that you learned from those interview experiences, like for people who are in that shoe now, who are currently in that stage of going for open
Yeah,
interviews?
yeah. The thing is, for interview, from what I think interview would keep on getting better after the next interview. You might not, I mean, you may possibly not land a job in your first interview, the anxiety, the what again, the expectations. So I think my first interview back then was even myself after the interview, I was just laughing like, oh Seun, this is crap. But I kept on getting better after the next interview, then after the next interview. So the advice here is not to relent, and also not to be demoral. I mean not to also be down due to rejection, or we call it breakfast. Yeah, that recruiter served me another breakfast. This is another breakfast. But after any rejection, after one rejection, I mean, you should also get to keep on firing, like keep on sending application. But the thing is, it's actually a process. At some point you would you at some point you would also get to realize that, oh, I think I'm confident enough. I think I'm confident now. So doing interviews over and over would actually get to improve your confidence. Would also help one to like improve on one's previous mistakes, because it actually happens to everyone. It happens to me like so many times. It happens to me. It happens.
So I'm with you. I'm listening. We're listening to
Yeah,
you.
so it happens. So you just have to like keep on firing till you get one. So
Okay,
that's
so
just it.
one question I want to ask is, like,
Yeah,
you said your first interview was crap. So what did you do?
yeah. No, I was
What
just
did
saying. I was just saying nonsense. I was just saying nonsense.
what do you mean by
So
nonsense?
no, like just off the conversation. I was just saying rubbish. It was all rubbish. So even me, I knew the guy was not going to call back. I knew. Like I was just saying, it was so horrible. So, but then, like I said earlier, it's a process. I mean, you keep on getting better after the next. Then after the next, you get better in the next one. Then even in the next one, like you would always, keep on getting better till even you at some point you would build a confidence that, oh, you'll be confident. You'll be more confident in your own confidence. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's just it. But like having just one rejection, it's just a child play. Yeah.
Looking back now, when I was reading your bio, I read that you now work at several fields. So how did you get this particular job? Like, what did you do? What processes did you go through to get this particular job you're on now, this particular role you're working on?
Oh, okay. I think I still remember this very interview. Yeah. I think my manager, it wasn't my manager then, right? So he asked me about I think about business process, about process mapping. Yeah, around process mapping. Then I analyzed a process. Yeah, and I analyzed the process, and I think it was, yeah, we can't leave we can't leave out grace. Yeah, you can't leave out grace. But then, like, if I didn't say maybe what he wanted to hear, perhaps he wouldn't have give me a call back to give me the offer. But there is also an iota of grace. there's also an iota of grace. But this very interview, like it was just one stage, like so unusual, because to land a job at times you would go through three stages of interview. But this particular role I am in now, it was just a single, just one stage, then it was over. But at times you would need to like get, scale through stage two, stage three, then maybe form, one-on-one conversation. But for this role I'm into, like it was just one, then I got the job. One of my previous experiences, I had one interview for 1 hour 45 minutes. It was so crazy. I was sweating, like I was sweating. I was sweating. Yeah, I was sweating. 1 hour 45 minutes. I think I also had there was a take home task which was about 30 minutes, just to I think the question was to that was for Manchester, Greater Manchester Transport Company. So the interview lasted for 1 hour 45 minutes. I was sweating, but I knew in myself, I knew I was going to get the job, of which I got the job actually. But the pay wasn't as much as my current role, so I had to decline the offer then. But believe me, it wasn't funny. 1 hour 45 minutes, first 30 minutes for a task. I think the task was to improve how user. Just to. I think the task was to improve our user journey, and also get to track. What metrics am I going to track to determine if the product is successful. Yeah, I think that was what the task was about. Then after that, we started the one-on-one interview. I think there were about three on the panel. Like I, that was my longest interview experience. But then trust me, yeah, I think that's the normal process. Everyone would go through that until we have the hey, you are successful call.
So wait, I want to ask, how long have you been doing business analysis? How long have you been in this field?
The thing is, we all are business analysts, but we don't just know that we are until maybe we get to understand what get to understand what the role is. I think everybody is a business analyst. I think everybody, so far you are able to like or decide to like go with what could save you a cost or save you a stress. To me, I think you're a business analyst. If you're able to like make life easier for yourself, to me, I think you are a business analyst. So to me, everybody is a business analyst to me. If you are able to like go about your day-to-day activity, if you're able to like plan your day-to-day activity without clashes, if you're also able to like pick between items, and if you're able to like save yourself stress, like I said, if you're able to like make life easier for yourself, if you're able to like decide to do what would save yourself or save other from having to spend lots on maybe certain things. If you're able to save yourself at any point, I think to me you are a business analyst. Everybody to me is a business analyst. So it's not as if it's something so difficult or so yeah, that's just it to me. But I think we all are business analysts, but just that we are not aware of. We make use of different terminologies and terms. So maybe because many people really do not understand certain terms, but the moment you begin to like get familiarized with some of the terms, then you would definitely get to relate those terms with maybe your previous experiences. Like I said earlier, if you're able to like make life easier, you are a business analyst. Then you just need to like apply such knowledge to business. if you are able to like go to Ibadan by say, I mean, then also make sure you save your time to get to Ibadan from Lagos. You are a business analyst. Just that the thought process in doing that is what you just need to apply to business. And if you're able to do that, then to me, I think you're a business analyst.
Okay, so for those who now want to go business analyst, BA, let me just call it BA. Like, is there money in business analysis? Like, money, are you cashing out?
Definitely, we are not doing bad. We are not doing bad because myself and some other friends were about five of my friends are also business analysts, and the list I think the person earning the list is earning 55,000 per annum. Yeah. The person earning the list, I mean, yeah, earning the list is earning about 55,000 per annum, which is not a bad starting point. Yeah.
So I'm going to open the floor for questions. So hello everyone. If you have questions, please drop them so that we can answer them. So we can write our questions now so that yes, I wanted to ask when you said this, I was asking, is it pounds or
Pound sterling, yeah.
okay. So let's ask our questions now. And okay, so I wanted to say that what advice would you give someone who wants to go into that role now and currently need some encouragement in that sense? Because really, you said something about grace earlier. That means it doesn't. The fact that you got a good job very early does not mean that everyone will get there. So, what advice would you give to someone who's starting out now?
Yeah, the thing is to be, I mean, consistency is key, because at the point when I was looking out, I mean, when I was job hunting, I took that as a job on its own. So I was always on my on LinkedIn, on what other sites? LinkedIn, Glassdoor. Then maybe, yeah, I think I made yeah, LinkedIn, yeah. So I resume on LinkedIn at 9 a.m. Then I close off also by 4:30 every day. So to me, it was also a job. And I was quite consistent with that. Maybe that was why I really got to understand how the process is, because it to me, I took job hunting as a job. Yeah, yeah, I took job hunting as a job. So maybe that was why my process was quite faster. Yeah, I took it as a job. I resume 9. I start, I mean, sending out application by 9. Then I close around 4:30 when work is closing. So I used to call it. I used to tell my fiance, then, "Amy, I'm at the shop." So that's just it. But looking for job is, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's even yeah, it's a job on its own. Yeah, looking for job is, I mean, it's a job on its own. That's just it.
So talking about your work on LinkedIn, your job on LinkedIn.
You said?
Like I said, talking about your job, like you said, you used to resume by 9
Yeah,
and by
yeah,
4:30.
yeah.
Like, what was the success rate of those jobs? Because like that means you're applying, like you're saying like 50. Like, I think you said you're sending like 40 applications per day. Was it on
Yeah,
LinkedIn or?
yeah.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. I think I also made it on Glassdoor.
Okay.
Then what other website? Because to me, Indeed is trash. Then yeah, Indeed is trash. I made it of LinkedIn, Glassdoor. Then there is, I think, I had.com.
It's Techers.
Yeah. So I resumed there 9. I close around 4:30. So that's just it. Then yeah, maybe that was why it was. I mean, the process was quicker or faster, because I mean, the process was quite faster. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you're talking about job hunting now. Is there
Yeah.
anything you like to share with those of us, those who are in that space now, who are looking for jobs? Because I know that I think I read something about people applying for jobs the wrong way, like that ways to apply for jobs, how to send out applications and all that. Is there anything you would like to share that you learned on that part that you like to share with someone in that same shoe?
Okay, to me, yeah, because at some point I needed to like retweak my CV, right? Yeah, I needed to retweak my CV, then putting in the relevant bullet points. Like bullet points, I mean, giving a metrics of past achievement. Because, say, for instance, while myself and my friend started food market then, so we're quite successful in the business. So then I think we had about in 6 months, I think we processed about 10,000 orders. So I have that on my CV as a reference metric, and those are what recruiters would like to see. Okay, yeah, what did you really do? Okay, you say, okay, I did this, like on my CV. I think I have it that I reduced. Let me just flip. Let me just see what I have in there. So at some point, like I just had to like, okay, let me just see. I think I said 1 minute. Okay, I said I took part in application of effective business sales strategies and improvement process rather that upturned revenue by 70%, thereby generating 50,000 active users in 6 months. So that is, I mean, those are the kind of bullet points recruiters would love to see, because these guys, they get as many CVs as possible. So I mean, we just have to like try to stand out. Then one thing is for you to throw CV throughout I mean throughout application and CVs. I mean, the other thing is to like to get interview invitations, which is very important as well. So CVs must be well tailored to the job requirement as well. So it's not about just having one CV then throwing out the same CV. So we need to like look into the job requirements. Okay, so let me just go on LinkedIn, then see, open a job. Let me just run through one a
Do you
job.
want us to give you screen sharing access?
Pardon?
You want us to give you screen sharing access?
Yeah, I'm quite. Yeah. Let me just find this.
Okay.
Oh, sure. While you are looking, so I've been meaning to have like a panel discussion about rejections and how to handle it. So
Yeah,
while
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just talking here, I was like, Seun has to be there. I mean, you have a lot to talk about, or even to share about rejections.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, when they start this tech journey, they'll think, oh, you know what, I've gotten like 5 rejections. Please, my heart
No,
cannot.
five. Oh,
And then they
no,
just move back
five.
and want to continue. They don't know that
Ah,
people
no,
have collected like 1,000.
normal.
Do you understand?
Very, very, very normal.
And I feel like it's not talked about enough. People just go on LinkedIn and say, I have a new job. And many people don't get that the blood, sweat, and tears went into that thing. And so please, I'll be reaching out. I'll be in your DM at some point
I was
as
fine.
join that panel discussion.
Fine. So because rejections, I think rejections are so normal. Like these guys, I mean recruiters, like they just want to like every recruiter wants to like hire someone, I mean a standout candidate. So until you get better, until you say what a recruiter is expecting to hear. So like that's just it. You will just keep on improving until that point you get to speak out, or yeah, respond in such a manner that thrills a recruiter or an employer. So that's just it. But for the rejections, I think they are so very normal. They are so normal. Everybody would go through that. Everybody, yeah, everybody. So that's just it.
So
But
so immediately breakfast is for everybody until
everybody,
you get.
even the experienced ones that are trying to like look out for new jobs, everybody will go through that. Everybody will be saved. Yeah, rejection. We are sorry. Unfortunately, this, unfortunately that. Oh, you did well. Blah 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 blah. So everybody will go through that. Everybody.
So have you seen the
Okay, yeah, okay, fine. I'm just trying to like jobs, business analyst. Okay.
so is there
Let me
anyone here that has interest in business analysis?
let
Um
me
Nama, I think
I can't see
product
the okay,
management.
share screen.
Yeah, share screen and
Okay. Okay.
approve.
Um,
Can you share?
okay, yeah, I can share now.
Great. You can see your screen here too.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Oh, no, I can only see your face. I can't see your screen.
Really? Share screen.
Am I?
Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, I
Can you see my
can.
screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see
Can you see
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn, right? What's on my page? What's on my screen?
LinkedIn job board, business.
Okay, very good. Then, okay, what you'll be doing, build a strong understanding of end-to-end user journey. Can you see strong understanding of strong understanding of end-to-end user journey and processes? So there are ways to like coin this on the CV. So say for instance, building good understanding of end-to-end user journey and process. So we can say, if I think this also can be, let me just flip over my CV. Then if you see the bullet here, you can see like, okay, I took part in application of effective business sales strategy and improvement process that obtained this by this. So like it is always important to look on the job description. Then we look into the job description. Then we should also always be able to like coin out metrics to like to back I mean to back things up. Say for instance as well, most of all what you'll be doing should reflect on the CV. It's not just like okay, yeah, okay, this business analyst, then just click apply, then send. No, we just have to like keep on retweaking the CV to just to like match what the requirements are. Because if we are not be in doing that, we will be yeah, we should be getting interview invite as much as possible. So yeah, our must have, okay, they've said this, blah 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 blah, nice to have. You can see you don't really have to be technical to be to work as a business analyst. So that's just my main That's my main point. So it is important to like make sure we tweak our CV such that our CVs matches the job description and job requirements. Are we there?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, final word, yeah. What would you say to let's say in sentence? What would you say
to what?
somebody that in a sentence? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sentence, what would you say to somebody that is transitioning, is finding their way in tech generally?
Yeah. So to me, I think yeah, the hard work, then the desire and interest. So I think with those two, I think everyone is good to go. You know, with the hard work, you'll be able to like push yourself further to learn. You know, there is always a lot to learn, and that's just it. There is always a lot to learn, like a lot. There is a lot to learn. So once you are able to like put in the hard work, then you have to be consistent with the hard work. Okay, I think three key things: hard work, consistency, then the desire. Yeah. To me, I think yeah, I think to me, yeah. So because you might be hardworking, you might decide to put in hard work. Then how about consistency? You
Right,
have to be yeah, you have to be consistent
right.
with the hard work, even during even during even when there are rejections, there are downtime. Just have to like keep keep pressing further. Then yeah, consistency, yeah, keeping you keeping pressing further. Then the desire, yeah. Oh, do you even have interest in what you are set to get yourself involved in? So I think the three work hand in hand. So that's it for me because it worked for me. And the thing about these jobs, like they are so simple to deploy or to deliver. Very easy, very easy. But the main job is to get in. That's just it.
The floor is open to those who have questions. You can type your questions here so that you can answer them before the end of this call. So please let's type our questions here.
Thank you very much. While every other person is trying to get their questions, I would say that this has been a very, very interesting moment and a teachable moment. And there's something you just said now that I picked, to pivot or to transition into tech. You need to be hardworking and you need interest.
Definitely, yeah.
If I want to re-engineer this, I would say that the first thing you need, you actually have to desire this thing that you want to, because when there's desire fuels consistency, and consistency would also fuel hard work, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you so much. We are really glad that we're a part of this, or you are a part of this. And, we want to see you in our events.
Sure.
More and more. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Show likes to read. Show is a reader. Spends a lot of money buying books. And well, they say that there's a popular saying that if you want to hide something from an African man, you put it in a book. And well, some of us are validating that thing. So try not to validate that thing and pick up a book and read. And at the end of the day, it becomes beneficial. So Daniel Akifewa is saying that I want to ask about the difference between data analyst and a business analyst.
Yeah.
How
How easy is
how
it?
easy is it for a data analyst transition into a business
Yeah.
analyst?
Yeah, it's all we. I mean, I think we've. I mean, I think we've said this as well earlier. Like, oh yeah, the difference of data and business. Like the difference is, I mean, so clear. So on with data, like yeah, you get to interact more with numbers. But being a business analyst, like you interact more with people. Yeah, you interact more with people. So yeah, one is interacting with numbers, and yeah, numbers. Then one other like business, like stakeholders. Like as a data analyst, they don't really have much. They don't really get to interact with stakeholders just as a business analyst does. So yeah, that's that's one of the differences between the two. And how easy is it for very easy, like I said. Everybody is we are all business analysts, just that we really don't know, or we really haven't really we really haven't understood how what the terminologies and the business analyst processes are. So the moment we get to understand what the processes are, I think everything would become so clear. So, and the process is just like getting to identify what's it called, stakeholders. So once you are able to identify stakeholders, then you take the requirements from the stakeholders. So when you're able to take the stakeholder requirements, then you need to like also validate the requirements. Okay, Mr. Taiwo, you said this earlier on. Do you have any do you yeah, you said this, you said A the last time we spoke. Are you still going, do you are you still aligning with that? Like, are you still saying A, or is there anything, do you have a change of mind? Are you like do you, are you thinking of saying B? Oh, Sheung, I'm still saying A. Okay, A, right? So then by doing that, you validated the requirements. Then you need to communicate the requirement. Okay, go to, meet the developer. Oh, developer, Mr. Sheung, Mr. Taiwo said A. It means A, but he didn't say, or developer would ask you, is it capital or small letter A? Then you will have to go back to the stakeholder. Oh, the last time we met, you said A, but you didn't tell me if it was capital A or small a. Oh, I meant small a. Then you go back to developer. The guy said small a. Then that's it all. Then once a developer is done, then you go back to the stakeholder again. Oh, the last time you said you wanted small letter A, and I came back to you to validate that. I even came back again to validate that. Then this is the end product. Then that's just, it's as simple as that. Every other thing are just they're just secondary. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.